Hello everyone, welcome to another video of my channel, and tonight I'm actually gonna do a Ouija board 3 a.m. challenge. So currently it's actually 11 o'clock and I'll be waiting till 3 a.m. in order to start the challenge, or I might just go to sleep right now, set an alarm till 3 a.m. and then begin the challenge. The Ouija board that I'm gonna use is actually a homemade Ouija board that I actually managed to make this morning through the use of some cardboard pieces of a pizza box, and we're gonna use a shot glass as a Blanchett together with a powerful kind of invocation that will be able to call upon any spirit that would like to communicate with us, to speak to us through the Ouija board itself. So just stay tuned. Now, before I continue, I do know that Ouija boards are indeed dangerous, so one thing I must tell you is that do not try this at home, because 90% of hauntings actually happen due to Ouija boards itself, not spirit boxes. Spirit box hauntings are very rare, and also other kinds of devices used to communicate with spirits. But if it's a seance, please make sure that you're very careful with what you're doing. For example, Ouija boards are an example of a seance. Alright, so seances normally involve in communications with a very powerful demonic entities and very high vibrational spirits, and that is why it is recommended that you do not try this at home unless you want to get your house haunted. It's also part of my paranormal course. It's clearly stated that Ouija boards are not supposed to be used during paranormal investigations, and the reason behind this is because they are the results of 90% of hauntings out there. Any haunted house or building that you enter into will literally be having a history of an Ouija board being used, and that is why it is very important that you take into consideration not to use an Ouija board in your own house. Another thing is that I'm actually planning a challenge in a graveyard as well this Friday. So I will be going to a graveyard with my friend, and we're gonna operate the Ouija board there. So one more thing I needed to tell you is that if you're gonna use Ouija boards in a graveyard, it's not recommended at all, because that's part of breaking the rules of using the game itself. And by the way, Ouija board is not like a game that you just play and live like that. It's real shit, man. It is dangerous. Okay, so I would recommend that you do not even use it in a graveyard as well. As for me, I've used so many Ouija boards in the past. That's why this is not like a problem to me. It's like as if I'm addicted to using Ouija boards. I break them, I make new ones, I break them, I make new ones, which is not really a big deal with me operating Ouija boards. So yeah, since I do have experience with Ouija boards, I really don't mind using them in any kind of practices that I perform. So that's pretty much it of all I needed to say for this part of the video. I'm gonna continue the video in the second part of the video, which will start at around 3 a.m. Right now it's currently 11:15 a.m. 11:15 p.m. sorry. So we'll continue at 3 a.m. As for now, I'm just gonna turn the camera off and save this video. Hello everyone, here I am once again with the second part of the video. I recorded the second part the first time, and unfortunately something. I don't know how this happened, but instead of the video actually recording the full thing, it recorded completely nothing. It only recorded a 1-minute session of the entire thing. And I don't know what caused that or how that happened, but I'm definitely sure it's some kind of paranormal energy that was actually interfering when I was using the board game itself, the Ouija board. So this is the second video of my second session again, and hopefully this part of the video will go well. Also, I wanted to say that if you see any orbs or anything, literally any shadows, figures, anything on the background of this video, please do leave a comment in the description with a timestamp of what you saw. If you don't know what an orb is, it's just like some kind of white thing that you can just see, some kind of white light, I guess. That's the best way that I can say it, but it's actually just spirits showing that form. Not only white light, it can be red light, it can be blue light, it can be anything, but it just flies over as I'm operating this Ouija board. So yeah, let's get started with it. So here we are now. Hopefully you'll be able to see me whole through this video as I'm actually filming this. So once again, if you hear anything, you see any orbs or any kind of paranormal activity as I'm using this Ouija board, please do comment in the video description with a timestamp. Earlier in my first part of this video, that of course is going to be compiled with this video, I said that I was going to do an invocation. I was wrong. It's actually an incantation. An incantation is a spell. It's just some words that you speak to bring demons from the other world into our world. An invocation is when you allow a demon to possess you partially. So partially you're on your senses, partially you're not. And an evocation is when you actually make a demon manifest and appear in a real form. So you'll be able to feel it, you'll be able to sense it, and so on. Also, Ouija boards are part of evocation rituals. So it's pretty much the same thing that we're going to do, an evocation, but at the same time we're going to use an incantation to actually bring them from the other world into our world, bring them from the other realm into our realm. So let's just get started. Spirits and demons, ghosts, ghouls, and any other type of entity from the other realms. I summon you right now into our realm so that you may speak to me and reveal to me answers that I need to know directly through the use of this Ouija board. If there are any spirits here, please move this Blanchett to yes. Is there anybody here that would like to communicate with me? You see, the reason why I close my eyes is that normally when I don't close my eyes, I don't see any kind of activity happening with the board. Like the board doesn't actually reveal to me any answers, or the Blanchett doesn't move. So I close the eyes because I think closing the eyes actually tries to make a spiritual connection to the other realm. and actually tries to bring that ideomotor effect of the brain to make this Blanchett move. If you have studied psychology or anything like that, you might know what an ideomotor effect is. So it's just like your subconscious movements of the brain that causes some kind of all the subconscious activities that occur. So currently what's happening is that whatever spirit was actually trying to communicate with me was actually using my subconscious mind to manipulate the pointer or the planchette and make it move. Okay. What is your name, spirit, or demon, or entity, or whatever you are? So the time that I started this session was exactly 2 o'clock. Actually not 2 o'clock, but 2:47 hour. My hand actually is beginning to actually pain a little bit, like on this side. So it was beginning to get a little numb. What is your name? Spirit, demon, whatever you are, what is your name? Also, this hand is beginning to get a little numb now, but I think I'll be able to use it for a while. You see, the thing is, whenever you want to know if you're actually using this board correctly or this game correctly or whatever you want to call it, you need to make sure that the way how it's moving is in such a way that you cannot explain it. You see, for example, for me, I cannot explain the way how this pointer is actually moving, especially when my hand becomes numb like that, and you have to also leave a little spacing in between where you touch the board and the pointer, so that, like the way how I'm doing it right now, I'm leaving a gap exactly on the top of where the pointer is actually touching, so that it moves on its own subconsciously. And when I actually speak of it moving in such a way that you cannot explain it, I mean that it's moving in such a way that you are able to feel like as if something is moving it, but in your brain, like on your head, it feels a little bit weird, like you don't know how, like that feeling on the head. is actually coming from. It's like as if there's something that's trying to enter you and try to do something, you know. So it's like as if that is actually what is making it move, which is why I'm saying you won't be able to explain it, because you'll feel like it's moving on its own, and then that kind of feeling in the head, it's really weird, you know. I don't know how to say it or explain it, but psychologically it's known as the ideomotor effect of the brain. Ron, is your name Ron? Spirit, demon, entity, is your name Ron? Wow, that was a very weird feeling where my eyes actually moved like that. It was freaking weird. Just as I said, this is not my first time using an Ouija board. I actually broke the rules of the Ouija board when I played or used this board in the morning. Yes. Ron, if you are here, please show me a sign of your presence. Make anything move, the chandelier, or even show orbs, if possible, around me, or around the camera of my phone, or even, if possible, try and bang the door or something. Show me any sign of your presence that you can show me. Okay, I heard a loud bang from the top of the roof. If you guys actually see any orbs or anything, just please do tell me. Are you the one who made that sound on the top of the roof right now? Ron, I'm speaking to you. Are you the one who made the sound on the top of the roof? Please answer me. It seems to be remaining on yes. So it's definitely Ron, and my hand is already beginning to feel numb. So I'm gonna switch again. Ron, if you're still here, please make the chandelier move. If there are any other spirits or demons here, please make the chandelier move or show me any sign of your presence. Make a sound, do anything. Okay, to me it's like as if I can see a light at the bottom left of my eye when it's closed, and I can see like a light with eyes on it, like right straight in front of me when my eyes are actually closed. It's kind of weird. If there are any spirits or ghosts or demons or any kind of entity here, please show me any sign of your presence. I think I heard like some kind of whisper here. It's kind of weird. Anyway, Let's just continue. Let me just move this here. I would like to ask you a question. Is my house built upon a graveyard? Yes or no? See, right now my head is feeling a little lightheaded as I'm actually continuing to operate this board. So I think that's the best way to say when you begin, like your head begins to feel a little lightheaded as you're actually operating the board and the Blanchett feels like it's moving on its own. That's the best time you can know that this is actually working. Okay, so it's a yes. My house is indeed built upon a graveyard. It's the same thing that actually my necrophonic spirit box session that I did in my previous video said, as well as the other video that I did from the Paranormal Detector. If you have not seen those videos, I would recommend that you please watch those videos. I'll leave a link to them down the description box so that you may be able to watch them both say. And in the video of the Paranormal Detector, there was actually a paranormal activity that was caught on camera. The lights went off for just like 2-3 minutes and then they came back again. Pretty much of a very strange paranormal activity that took place when we were operating the I was operating the Paranormal Detector. May I please know what your name is? May I please know what your name is? So you see, when it begins to reveal the answers, that's when you actually open your eyes. Because that's when the connection is already made and the answers are beginning to get revealed. But when you feel like you're losing the connection, somehow you can close your eyes to re-establish it. Z. Also, at times when you're operating this board, you begin to feel a little bit sick. And that's totally fine. And also when the Blanchett is moving really slow, it's also fine. If you're using it on your own. ZA. This hand is already tired. It's already numb. Anyway, I think I'll just end this session here. I want to name the spirit's name, and just as I say it, I'm gonna break the rules of this game. I did that in the morning. I just want to ask one more question before we end everything. How many spirits or demons are there right now here in this place? How many of you are here? How many spirits, demons, entities, anything, or whatever you guys are, how many of you are here? Six. Okay, so there are 6 of them. Also, another thing that I needed to say, whenever you feel like the Blanchett is actually getting warm as you're operating the board, that's another sign that the spirit is actually trying to whatever, I don't know how to say it, but I think it's trying to burn the board or something in some way or the other, or it's just trying to show you a sign of its presence through giving the warmth. In the morning when I was operating this, the top of the Blanchett where I was holding, just as I said, you should leave a little space there so that it can move on its own while you're by your subconscious. And what I actually was beginning to feel is that this entire part here began to actually become warm. I began to feel the warmth as if and it was getting warmer and warmer and hotter until it became very, very hot. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's session with the Ouija board that I was actually meant to do and that I have done. Okay, here I am again. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment in the video's description. Also, please do donate to my cryptocurrency addresses. Any amount is acceptable. You can donate anything you want on Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin, any of the currencies. It's up to you. It's your choice. And your donations will support my channel to keep on going. and also find new places to explore for the paranormal investigations and ghost hunts, and even more than that, abandoned places. That's all Ubrex is actually all about. And this channel is actually only meant for Ubrex, urban explorations. So yeah, that's pretty much it of all I needed to say. Thanks for watching.